Happy Monday. I am Amy Carrier, and I'm very happy to be here with you. And I'm actually really excited to talk about what I'm going to talk about today, and that is your truth. I've been observing a lot of people, I've been observing myself, and I've seen that there is a real disconnect for a lot of people between themselves, their life, and their truth. And that causes all sorts of problems. So welcome. That is what we're going to be talking about today. And I want to thank all of you for being here. And I'm going to, as usual, give it a few minutes for you all to join me. I see a lot of you are coming in. Thank you. Hello, Lisette. And hi, Tony Clark. How are you? Julia, nice to see you. Cynthia Reynolds. Hello. How's Norway, Cynthia? And Didar, how is Pakistan? Thank you for being here. And I want to ask all of you, please take a moment to share this video. This is going to be very important. And my goal for you, my hope for you is that this actually sparks some aha moments for you that put you on your unique path. This is all about your truth. And it's amazing how we can get totally disconnected from our truth. And I want to make sure that you have resources and ideas and support for finding your truth and living your truth. That is my goal today. And I would love for you all to say hello in the comments. Tell me who you are, where you're from, and what you are thinking in terms of your own truth today. What do you have in mind? What does your truth mean to you? So thank you. Please take a moment and tell me that. And I'm going to be looking at your comments on my phone so that I can scroll through and make sure that I get to as many of them as possible. So let's see what's happening. Wow, there are a lot of you here. Thank you so much. So let's see. Thank you all. I'm very, very well. Hey, David, how are you? Hi, Kamla. Hello, Suresh. Hello, Sajid. Lisette says, beautiful and important subject to talk about. Thank you, Lisette. And let's see, what else do we have here? Thank you. I'm glad you all are joining. Welcome to Pakistan. We have a big contingent of community members today from Pakistan, so thank you for being here. Take a moment, everyone, please just hit the share button because there's not a soul in the world who doesn't need to get better at living their truth. And if I just told you, okay, here's your homework assignment, go live your truth, maybe you could kind of figure it out. And I just want to make sure that you have support for that and you understand how important it actually is. It's amazing. One of the things that's important to me is to teach all the things that are simply not taught in schools. So I want to teach you and talk about the things that are essential for you to live your life successfully and authentically and joyfully. And part of that is living your truth, which is what today's live lesson is about. So thank you again for being here, everyone. And I'm well. Thank you so much. Nuri is from Turkey. Welcome from Turkey, Merhaba. Thank you all for saying hello. Kamla is in North Carolina. Hi, North Carolina. I heard it's supposed to snow down there. Are you ready for that? Okay, who do we have? Yes, and I am Amy Carrier. I have a virtual classroom called Amy Carrier's Classroom. It's a free group here on Facebook, and everyone is invited to join. Just go to amycarriersclassroom.com. That's the easy way to find it. I just bought the domain so that it directs directly to the group. And when you're there, just answer the 3 questions that pop up on your screen. You have to answer those questions. Don't skip out on them. They give us information so that we know who you are, where you're from, to help us build a better community for you. So let's see, how many minutes are we into this? We've got 30 of you amazing souls, 31. Hello, whoever just joined. Don't go anywhere because I promise if you're watching this, you can benefit from improving how you live your truth. Everyone needs to live their truth. And I will tell you right now why you need to live your truth. We need you exactly as you are meant to be in this world. How are you going to get there? The big secret that I'm going to talk about today is living your truth. Okay. So Amir says, I'm excited. I've been able to find a job. I always wanted to do it. It took me 8 years to get here today. Amir, congratulations. That's wonderful. And I'm glad you're excited. Now that you have that job, it's so critical that you live your truth through that job as well. So, um, everybody loves turkey. That's great. Lisette is from the Netherlands, and she says, for me, truth is how we are connected with our soul. What's the story we tell ourselves? Do we tell this from a level of energy or from a level of tension? Oh, Lisette, I love that. Thank you for being here and contributing great information, great comments, great insights like that to this conversation and to the classroom. And let's see. Saad Javed said, hey, life is giving me lemons, but I forget the recipe of lemonade. Looking forward to learn it from you. Well, you're definitely going to learn it today. So here's what's going to happen today. I'm going to give you 6 points. And the first one, just to kind of prepare you, the first one is the problem. The first one's the problem. The last 5 are all the solutions, what you need to know to get on the path with your truth. And the first one is pretty much everything outside of you. And then the 5 are everything inside of you. And again, my goal is for you all to have these amazing aha moments where you think about your truth and you commit to yourself. Okay. So on that note, I think I'm going to get started. Let's see. Yeah, we've got a good number of people here. Welcome to everyone. Let me just say once more, hello, T.U. Dawood. How are you? I believe you're in my city right now, yes? And Kamla says, I'm living my truth as a healthy relationship and as a health and relationship mentor, sharing my story to help other women. That's amazing. That's perfect. And that is a perfect example of what I'm going to be talking about. So I hope you'll stay here and contribute from your place as a coach and someone who's learned this. I hope you'll continue to contribute to this thread today, to this conversation. Nadim says, truth is a freedom. Truth will set us free. Yes, absolutely. And Tahir says, how to best deal with our health. Oh, see, he's already connecting. Good. So I'm doing well. Thank you all for being here. And, you know, as Saad said, life is giving him lemons. This is all about finding out that those lemons are actually your gifts. Every time you experience a challenge, it's a gift for you. It's a sign to help you stay on your path. Life is not promised to be easy or without challenge. Life is promised to be exactly what your life is meant to be. And if you feel like you're being challenged often, there are a couple of reasons for that. And number one, if you find your truth in that challenge, you will unlock the code to move past that lemon. Really. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. So why don't I start with number 1? And number 1, my 6 points here. Number 1 is that external messages you receive from media, from school, from culture, from entertainment, from social media, you have to be very, very careful with this because that's not your truth. You may find aha moments and signs and inspiration from those sources, but ultimately they're all from outside of you. If they're coming from outside of you, they're not coming from your unique truth. Okay, so anything you're getting through social media, through your computer, through your friends, take that as information, and you can use that information if it works for you. Sometimes the biggest lemons come and they're actually information for you to say, okay, what can I get out of this? How can I improve myself? How can I grow stronger, grow smarter, grow stronger? I think I said grow stronger twice. How can I get information from this? How can I get inspiration from this? How can I get courage from this challenge? And how can I ultimately see it as simply information that I'm gathering along my path to help me continue to move forward? And then how can I see this information as something that maybe I can fit into who I am? I can use it to help me understand my truth, to better articulate my truth, better live my truth. That's what the external information is. So, for example, when you are going to school, growing up, going to school, if you're fortunate to live in a part of the world where you get to go to 12 years of school or 10 years of school or 16 years of school or even 20 years of school, all of that information coming to you is external information. All of your teachers are giving you information. It's up to you how you want to receive that information and apply it. No one is ever telling you this is who you are. It literally does not happen. You are here to figure that out for yourself. And the more you live your truth moment by moment, the more you will find those answers of who you are and where to go next. Okay. So the really important point number one that I want to make today, and again, the next 5 are all about what your truth is. And I want that to spark aha moments to help move you forward on your path. Okay. So let me pause for a minute and see how you all are reacting to this first point, that everything external from you is not your truth. Okay. Tell me in the comments, what does that mean to you? If you went to school for 10 years or 12 years or 15 years, and I'm telling you none of that is your truth, what does that mean to you? Does that mean that you can actually take that information that you gathered from going to school and use it as tools and resources and knowledge and information to help you find your truth? Can you make that connection right now? That's what I'm curious to know. Please tell me in the comments. So, okay, Julia says, just say no to television news and don't accept everything you see on social media. Do your own research. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you, Julia. Iqbal Wahid says, greetings from UAE. Hi, UAE. Amy, just a thank you note for you and other associates for bringing value to our lives. Best wishes. Thank you so much. That's so kind, Iqbal. I really appreciate that. And I hope you will hit share on this video so that other people can benefit from this as well. This is all about sharing. And Iqbal, he's right. I do this for free. I'm just giving you my time, my wisdom, my hard-learned lessons, and I want you to take what you can from this as inspiration or insight or just information that you can process to help you figure out how to get on your unique path. So let's see. Mohammed Hayat says hello. Thank you. Hello. And it looks like there's a whole conversation happening about health. That's great. But I hope you will stick with me on the topic of truth today. So if you're just joining me, I've just discussed the first of my 5 points. And the first point is a really big blinking neon sign to help you understand what is not your truth. Okay? Don't underestimate the value, but don't assume it's your truth. If you are blindly just listening to someone else and saying, yeah, that's what I agree with, I want you to check yourself. I want you to ask yourself, is this truly my truth? Whatever works for you, stop, pause, close your eyes, think about what you just heard. How do you feel about it? Where are you processing it in your body? Is it making you feel excited, hopeful, happy? Or is it making you feel scared and worried and a little bit on edge because you have to be wary of things you don't know yet? Those are 2 different directions that you can go with information. The one that makes you feel happy, excited, joyful, peaceful, calm, that's the direction you need to go. That is where your truth is. Okay? Alrighty. So Everybody gets that the external information is not your truth. It's simply information. It's up to you to smartly process it in the way that is best for you. Okay? So now, this is the exciting part. The next 5 points are all about what your truth is. And this is where I want you to take notes or think about what I'm talking about so that you can find some insight and you can get yourself on your own unique path to living your truth. You guys with me? Can I get some thumbs up, some hearts? Tell me you're still here with me. I think you are. There are a lot of you here. This is wonderful. So Tahir Rafiq says, turning down TV. You couldn't get it. I'm not sure what you're saying, my friend. Davida is here. Hello, Davida. I'm so glad to have you here as well. So, okay, your truth. 5 things your truth is. You ready? First thing, number 1, your truth is your unique purpose in life. Okay, now I'm going to read this to you so you can take notes and you can really process it. Your truth is your unique purpose. Only you can live and express your unique truth in the world. You were born to live, express, be your unique truth. Nobody else. There will never be another human who can walk your path except for you. So if you can understand that your life, you only have one life in this life, depending on what you believe, this life is about you expressing your unique truth to the world, and the world needs it. Look at the world right now. We need so much kindness and compassion and solution problems and peace building and joy and happiness. That is what we need. So you have to find your truth, and then you have to live your truth so that you can bring that to the world. Now, you need to be exactly the way you are meant to be. Don't copy someone else thinking that that's who you need to be. That is the biggest downfall I've seen in societies everywhere. That people think, oh, okay, well, that person's doing well, and that person's famous, or that person's making a lot of money, or that person's attractive, or that person lives in a place I want to live. So therefore, that person's doing it right. I'm going to be like that person. Go back to the first point that I made. That person is just providing information for you. It's up to you to go back and take that information inside yourself and reflect on it. And in that process of reflecting, so if you right now are looking at me and you say, okay, she's a woman, she's in America, she has something I like, so I'm going to be like her. I'm saying to you right now, no, stop. Don't be like me. You can listen to the things I'm saying, take this information as just data, just information, just knowledge that you can process and think about and reflect on and find your unique truth in that. Okay? It's a big difference from copying me or copying anybody else you might want to emulate in the world. This is about you living your unique expression of yourself. Your unique purpose is in your unique expression of yourself. Now, point number 2. Did you guys all get point number 1? Your truth is your unique purpose, and only you can live that purpose in this world. And we need it. If you live your whole life without living your unique purpose, the world loses. The world misses out on you and all of the brilliance and kindness and compassion and problem solving that you alone are here to bring to the world. Okay? Number 2, your truth. This one I really, really like. Your truth is also your personal evolution. Now, what does that mean? Think about, what is evolution? Evolution is changing and becoming something else, something more, evolving, moving forward. So if your truth is your personal evolution, this is how you evolve into yourself, step by step, living one truth after another after another. And when you evolve step by step with each small truth that you commit to living, when you evolve in that way, you are stepping into not just your truth, but your power. Okay? Your truth is your evolution, is your power. Your truth, one after another, after another, after another, one moment of truth, after another moment of truth, after another word of truth, after another action of your truth, is your evolution. And your evolution is your power. And to anyone watching this who's a little bit older, then you may be able to reflect back on your life and see how the evolution of your life has given you strength, has given you courage, has given you the ability to do more and go further in your life. That is your power. And I mean power as in strength. Power, don't be confused. Power is not power over someone else. Power is the strength you uniquely have inside yourself. And I'm talking about how the truth in you is your power. But getting to that place is taking a step every time you acknowledge and you live your truth. That evolution gets you on the path of your own power. And once you are expressing your truth and your power, watch out, world. You become unstoppable, okay? There's nothing that can stop you because you know you live so firmly rooted in your truth. It's not that you're not open to conversation and discussion and checking yourself. I should probably do another lesson on checking yourself. I do it a lot, and my friends would probably tell you that when they're on the phone with me or they're with me, I'm actually saying, hold on, I just said something and I want to check myself. I'm not sure that I actually want to say that, or I'm not sure that I actually think that anymore. I just said something that I've said many, many times over the years. So check yourself, check your truth all the time. That's part of your personal evolution. Okay? So I'm going to pause after the second point that I made. I'm going to take a look at the comments. I want to know, what are you guys thinking about this? So point number one was your truth is your unique purpose in the world. Point number two is your truth is your personal evolution, therefore is your power. What do you guys think about this? Let me take a look at the comments. So Mohammed Safdar Kushiwala says, my truth is to become a happiness coach. I love that. Amazing. So Julia says, here's an equation to finding your purpose. Gifts plus passion plus values equals purpose. Julia, that's awesome. You need to do a lesson on that. Okay, so Ishfaq says, life without purpose is just hell. So first find your purpose and truth in life, which you want to follow. Be happy. Yes. Now, I have done lessons on finding your purpose. And I can tell you right now that what I'm talking about right now today, finding, living your truth, the importance of your truth, you can finish this video and the next step that you take is living your truth. It can be as simple as, what do I want to eat for lunch or eat for dinner? Who do I want to eat my dinner with? It could be that you're feeling really frustrated after a long day and you say, I want to eat my dinner alone. I just need alone time. That's your truth. You make that choice. If you are able to eat your dinner alone, if that's what you need right now, live that truth. That is you being authentically who you need to be. So let me look at a couple more comments. There are a lot of comments here. Excellent. Lisa, thank you for recapping. Davida says, people can always sense authenticity. Yes, absolutely. They know when you are acting upon your own truth and when you're copying. completely true. I completely agree with you, Duffita. And trust is being built through authenticity. Yes, yes, yes. That is how we build trust with people. So if people sense that you don't know what you're talking about, or you're lying, or you're trying to be someone you're not, they're not going to trust you. Davita's completely right. Okay. Hey, Terry, how are you? Albert from Nairobi. Hi. Okay. So now, point number 3 about your truth. This is point number 3 of 5. Number 1 was your truth is your unique purpose. Number 2 is your truth is your personal evolution, moment by moment, choice by choice, action by action, day by day. That is your personal evolution, and therefore that is you on your path of personal power, every single step. Now, point number 3 is that your truth is your personal success. So building on point number 2, that your truth is your personal evolution into and onto the path of your power, that is where your personal success lies. Now, as long as you are true to yourself, I'm going to read this so you guys can take notes. As long as you are true to yourself, you will be successful anywhere you go with anything you do, because you will always be following your truth. Now, I'm going to make a little caveat to this point, because I think a lot of people are thinking, oh, that's where my success is. Okay, that's where I'm going to make $1 million. That's where I'm going to be well known. That's where my business is just going to boom, 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 open right up. Hold on. Slow your roll. Your success is not, let's go back to the first point I made. Those are all external things. Your success is an inside job. Your success is a feeling. And we've talked about in my classroom, I've had live lessons, broadcasts where I talk about you cannot measure your success by things outside of yourself, because there are countless people in the world who are examples of living according to someone else's ideas of what success is, and they're not happy. They're not fulfilled. They do not feel joy. They do not feel happiness. Once you feel happiness and joy on the inside, that is where you will create external success. And how do you get to the happiness and the joy on the inside? It's what I'm talking about this entire video. So stay with me. There are 2 more really important points after this one, but this one might be the most important. Your truth puts you on the path to your success. And you have to be wise enough to realize that your success is not measured externally. Your success is here. You will see it externally once you have it here. Okay? So I'll read this again. Your truth is your personal success. As long as you are true to yourself, you will be successful anywhere you go with anything you do, because you will always be following your truth. And go back, if you're just joining this video, go back to the beginning and watch. The first point that I made was, here are all the things that your truth is not, but here's how you can use that to work for you. And then I made the first 2 of 5 points about what your truth is. So point number 3, I think you guys have got it. Your truth is your success. It's not a game. It's you doing the work to get on your path to your truth, living your truth moment by moment, and then you will become successful. Is this making sense to everybody? Let's see. Nasser says his truth is a lot of smiling, happiness. His purpose is writing. His success is money. Cool. That's great. Stick with your truth, Nasser, because you've already got kindness and humor and everything else in spades. So you stick with your truth, my friend. All right. And Arthi Moore is here. Hello, Arthi. How are you? And Dina is here. How are you? All right. Point number 4 of 5 of your truth. You ready for this? Okay. Point number 4, your truth is your life force. Ooh, that's good. So we went from point number 1 is your truth is your unique purpose, but we went so far beyond purpose. Then it's your personal evolution and you evolve into your power. That was the second point. So your truth is your power. Third point, your truth is your personal success. And now the fourth point of 5 is that your truth is your life force. Think about that word, force, life force. What is the life force inside of you right now? It might be your heartbeat. It might be that energy you feel everywhere in your body. You can feel the skin on your feet and your legs and your hands. You might be feeling a vibrational sensation everywhere. You might feel excitement or joy inside of yourself. That is all your life force. What moves you forward is your life force. I could talk a lot about life force because it's very, very esoteric. It's very much something spiritual, something outside of you. You can't find it in your body, but you can find examples of it running through your body. It doesn't come from your brain. It might come from your heart. It might come from your creativity, your mind, your happy, joyful thoughts. But the thing that moves you forward every single day of your life is something. And you can think of it as God. You can think of it as spirit. You can think of it as the universe, as Allah. Whatever you think you get your everything from, I'm talking about your life force. So that is that spiritual thing expressed as you, as your life force. And the fuel for your life force is your truth. So your truth is your life force, and aligning with your truth engages your life force. Your life force creates the best you have to bring. Your truth creates your life force in the form of the best truth, the best life force you have to bring. Okay? This one I love because you can't really sum it up. Life force cannot be described. It cannot be quantified. It cannot be measured. It cannot be even adequately explained. I just tried, but you might feel like, yeah, but what actually is it? That's what I want you to ask. Ask yourself, your God, your inspiration, your whatever it is in you that drives you. I want you to ask that question. What is my life force? And keep feeding that life force your truth. That will keep you on your path. Okay? So, fourth point, your truth is your life force. It fuels your life force. I think you can all imagine times where you felt like you don't have life force in you. And I want you to actually think back. If you have those experiences, think back to those times. I promise you, you were not living your truth. You were probably trying to be something you weren't. You were probably trying to please someone. You were probably putting other people before yourself. You were probably sacrificing something. You were probably doing work you hated doing. That's not living your truth. When you are not living your truth, your life force just dwindles. It stayed alive enough to keep you living and breathing and getting to this video today, but it was very low life force. Feeding it your truth is what makes it grow, what makes it strong, what puts you on your path is you feeding truth into your reality and therefore feeding your life force. And your life force is what will keep you evolving, keep you on that point number 2, the path to your personal evolution, the path of your personal evolution. You're always going to be on it. You're always going to be moving more into your personal evolution, but it is your personal evolution. It doesn't exist in the future. It exists now. So there you go. Point number 4 of 5 is your truth is your life force. Now, number 5, your truth. And I love this because this is the thing. There are lots of authors and speakers and teachers out there who are talking about flow. How do you get into flow? Your truth is your flow. Like, plain and simple. Your truth is your flow. All gifts, all opportunities that are uniquely yours will show up on your path when you are living and acting on your truth moment to moment, day to day. I'm going to read this again. Your truth is your unique flow. That 4-letter word that we keep seeing everywhere, flow. It's all about flow. Can you get into the flow? You'll be more productive if you're in the flow. You'll get more done if you're flowing. You'll feel better if you're in the flow. You'll make more money if you're in the flow. You'll be more successful if you're in the flow. How do you get in the flow? Are you in the flow? Are you out of the flow? The flow is simply you living your truth. Okay, so all of this circles back. It's a cycle. There's no beginning, there's no end. These 5 points don't have, like, it's not a step 1, step 2, step 3. It's just 5 things I'm talking about to help you understand the importance, the utter, completely essential value of you living your truth, breath to breath to breath, decision to decision, thought to thought, action to action, choice to choice, living your truth. So the last point is your truth is your unique life flow, and you will be in the flow every moment of your life as long as you live your truth. That's the secret. There you go. You don't need to read a book on flow. I just told you the secret. That's it. And it's like 1 sentence long. There's no need for a whole book. Your truth is your unique flow, your unique life flow. So I'm going to read the 5th point again, and then I'm going to tie them all together for you. So your truth is your unique flow. All gifts and opportunities are uniquely yours will show up on your path when you are living and acting on your truth. Now, that's the other thing I want to say. You can be aware of your truth, conscious of your truth. You can feel it in here, but you have to put it out here. You have to make it actualized. You have to bring it forward to the world. You have to act on your truth. If you sit at home and don't act on your truth and just think about it and go to bed every night thinking about it, all the things you should do to act on your truth, and then you wake up in the morning and you feel guilty because you haven't acted on your truth, you're out of your own truth. Your truth is an action. It's a feeling. It's an action. It's you. It's all of you. There's not one part of you that your truth isn't. That is why you must get on the path of your unique truth. And remember what I said up front. It's not all the external information that's coming to you. Use that external information as knowledge, as information, as inspiration, as data. Use it to help you build what you need to build. But don't ever think that someone else's truth is your truth. Okay? So I'm going to recap that really quickly, and then I'm going to take questions. I'm going to read through the comments, and that is how I will wrap up today's lesson on the importance of your truth. So number 1 is your truth is your unique purpose. Point 2 is your truth is your personal evolution. Point 3 is that your truth is your personal success. Point 4 is that your truth is your life force. And I'm going to link point 4 back to the rest of point 2 for those of you who are taking notes. Point 2 is your truth is your personal evolution is your power. Okay? So step into your power through your truth and that path, that journey of evolution that you are on. And that is how you will feel your life force. That's point 4. Your life force comes out this way. And then point 5 is that your truth is your unique flow. And you'll know it when you're in it. When you are living your truth, when you are checking yourself, making sure that you're living your truth, that you're living it from here, not from here, here, not from here. Here is where your truth is. It's not an idea, okay? It comes from here. It's something that you can do with your eyes closed and your mind turned off. It's your truth when you're in prayer. It's your truth when you're in meditation. It's your truth when you're calm and peaceful and resting. That is your truth. It's your power when you're living your truth. All of these things, when you are in your truth, will come out naturally. That is what your truth is. And this is why the first point that I made is that only you can express and live this life on the path of your unique truth. And if you don't, I'm missing out. I live in this world too. And every time someone is not living their truth, they're not contributing what they have to bring to the world. And I need you to contribute what is uniquely yours to bring to the world, because I live in a world where I'm doing everything I can to make things better, to solve problems, to build peace, to bring people together, to build communities, to find new solutions. That is my truth. I can't make this world better by myself. I need all of you to live your truth and get on your unique path. And your path, don't think that it looks like mine. It's your unique path. Get into that flow. Okay? So I want to check out the comments and I want to see if any of you have questions. And I'm happy to answer any questions you have or read any comments that you have about living your truth. I want to know, are you living your truth? Okay? And even if you feel like, well, I haven't been, but I am now, because I get the importance of this. I understand what that truth is in me, of me, why I need to stop not living my truth. Tell me in the comments. Okay. So, wow, there are a lot of comments today. Thank you all. This is wonderful. So Arthi says, pure energy that stems from your soul being acknowledged as something that exists on a powerful level of intuition. Arthi, I love that. I love that. Everybody read Arthi's comment. I'm going to read it again. Pure energy that stems from your soul being acknowledged as something that exists on a powerful level of intuition. Your life force, Arthi says, is definitely your energy, your intuitive self, your pure self, your soul. Your soul, yes. I think that was the only thing I didn't mention when I said God, spirit, universe, Allah, whatever it is you look to. I always talk to my soul. I always talk to my higher self and my soul. And Lisette is, thank you, Lisette is making notes and writing down everything that I've said. Layla says, I usually find my truth when something makes me smile. Yes, Layla, that's beautiful. Because smiling comes from inside of you, right? It's an expression of, it's an outward expression of joy and peace and happiness that's inside of you. In that moment, and this is what I said at the beginning of the video, if you're picking up on information outside of yourself, if any of it makes you feel happy, joyful, excited, pay attention to that. Take information, knowledge, inspiration from that. If any information outside of you makes you feel scared, anxious, worried, think of all these fearful thoughts, don't pay attention to that. That's not even close to your stuff. That's just fear stuff. And what Layla is saying is, I usually find my truth when something makes me smile. So if you need a hack to find your truth, there's Layla's hack. And I love it. It's perfect. Does this make you smile? Does this make you happy? Nasser says, life force in winter. Nasser cracks me up all the time. Nasser says life force in winter is vitamin C in the form of oranges. Oh my gosh, Nasser, you crack me up. Thank you, Nasser. Abdur Rahman says, life is illusion and death is truth. So live life happy, thinking happy, and giving happiness to others. That's interesting. Thank you. That's an interesting way to look at it. Lisette says, let's eat lots of passionate food to feed our life force. Yes. Yes, Lisette. Arthi says, compassion for yourself helps you to touch your life force energy again. Yes. Compassion for yourself helps you to touch your life force energy again. Arthi, you're amazing. Arthi, are you going live on Saturday? I want to direct people to join you on Saturday so that they can get more awesomeness from you. Julia says, this is very profound, and it is important for everyone to take time to concentrate on discovering their life force. Yes. Corina Morales del Bosque says, hi, greetings from Salito, live your truth. Hello, Corina. I don't think I've ever seen you before. Thank you for being here. Lisette says, love how you expressed your life force, Amy. Thank you, Lisette. Thank you so much. Arthi says, to evolve is the only way to grow, and that too is a choice. One to embrace your own truth. Choose to embrace your own choice. Truth. Choose to embrace your own truth. Choose to speak clearly. I'm so excited by all of this. In fact, I told someone, I think I even told someone this morning when I sent her a message, I said, I'm really excited to teach today's lesson, because today's lesson on truth comes from so deep inside of me. Sometimes I do lessons and you know, they're up here. I'm making a list of steps for you to take to do something better or to get better. This today came to me last week, I think Thursday. Is that right, someone? It was Thursday. And I felt it as a power inside of me, a life force power inside of me. And I wanted to bring it forth. And as I was creating the points that I wanted to communicate to you, they didn't want to be numbered. That was really clear. It's 5 points and they're all connected to each other. It's a cycle. So, and I love that you all are getting this as well. So I love Arthi's point that to evolve is the only way to grow, and that too is a choice. Choose your own evolution. Now, Kamla says, clarity and intentions help your flow. Yes. So clarity is truth, right? If you're feeling kind of confused about what's going on, you've got too much information. Your truth might be in there somewhere. Probably a lot of things that are not your truth are in there. So you have to step back, check yourself. What's your truth? Get to your clarity. That's an excellent point, Kamala. Thank you so much. Julia says, keyword, you just said acting. When we know our truth, our purpose, we must be in action and live it, because that is what brings success. Absolutely, Julia. Absolutely. Layla, I love all these comments today, guys. Layla says, what could make us incapable to find our truth? That's a good question. I want to answer that question. What can keep, I'm going to use the phrase what can keep us from instead of incapable. What can keep us from finding our truth is the first point I made at the beginning of this video. All of the external information you get from culture, from friends, from teachers, from school, from education, from media, social media, culture, religion, everything outside of you is what can confuse. As Kamala said, you have to get to clarity. Take all of that external information, just take it as information, and be a smart consumer of information. I think this is an issue that a lot of people have. They don't choose to be smart consumers of information. If you're someone who just sits and scrolls on a screen all day long, you are not being a smart consumer of information. You have only 24 hours a day. You only have so much energy and you only have so much space in your brain for information. Are you letting it just fall out of your ears? Are you not getting anything from it? Then that's kind of a waste of time and energy. Are you looking at information and saying, okay, I'm going to take this for sure because that inspires me right now, or that just gave me an aha moment, or I think I need to learn more about that. That's how you process external information. And Layla's question, what could make us incapable of finding our truth, is that being too much out here and not in here. That's what keeps you from finding your truth. So check yourself when you're doing that, for sure. And Lisette says, our inner power is our own truth that we create, and it's our own unique life story. Absolutely. Absolutely. Julia says she's living her truth. Woohoo! Go, Julia. Someone says, we don't even realize sometimes when we are living our truth. Do you mean when we're living our truth or not living our truth? Could you clarify that for me, someone? Because I want to say more either way, but I want to know for sure what you are saying. Hello, Mohammed. How are you? Kamala says, yes, when you smile, it heals your soul. Mm-hmm. You know, a friend of mine recently reminded me that I wrote a paper. It was an assignment that I had, I think I was in 9th grade. So I was 14 years old. And the I don't remember what the assignment was, but the paper I ended up writing was called Laughter is the Best Medicine. So my 14-year-old self was researching something that was important to me. And my belief at 14 was that laughter heals you. And I'm so glad that my friend reminded me, because I had forgotten. I have gotten very, very serious in my old age. I've gotten very serious. I've been through a lot, right? And I've evolved. Thank God I've evolved, because I hit a lot of roadblocks. I got very discouraged. I allowed life to get me down quite a bit. And for a lot of reasons that don't really matter right now, but I want you to know that I'm human. And I had forgotten that my 14-year-old self, and at 14, I was going through a lot then. I knew that this concept of laughter being the best medicine, happiness could cure you. I knew that that existed. I haven't really lived that in my life until recently. And I am now, that's my truth. I am living that truth. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I fall off that often. And I thankfully have people or situations or my own aha moments where I remind myself, wait a minute, Amy, are you being positive in this moment? Are you finding a way to find happiness and joy? And Hero, how are you? I don't think I've seen your name here before. When you're being true to yourself, Hero says, you are whole and complete. Yes, my friend, yes. Okay, there we go. Hero said everything. That just sums up my entire lesson today. When you're being true to yourself, you're being whole and complete. There you go. You don't need me anymore. I can just hang up, right? I think I'm going to stick around for a minute or two. So Lisette says, all the comments today are the result of being connected with ourselves in the energy field called truth. Yes, that's an excellent point. You are living your truth right now by watching this and commenting, because others are seeing the comments as they come up on the screen, and I'm reading through them because they're amazing. So you are living your truth. You've contributed something into the world. It's being read out loud. This video will go over to YouTube and people will watch it who won't have access to the comments. So your truth is out there forever. If anybody finds this video and wants to learn the importance of their truth. Someone says, when we're living our truth, because sometimes we don't even realize what our truth is. Yes. So I think someone, you brought up a point that's really good for people to reflect on, that sometimes we don't even realize if we're living our truth. And there's so much more I want to say, but this is only a 1-hour lesson and we're almost done. So I'm going to read a couple more comments and then I'm going to sum this up. So Layla says, to embrace our truth, we need to also face consequences and be ready to stop trying to manipulate people around us. I'm not even going to add the I think that you wrote at the end of it. You're totally right. Live your truth. Doesn't matter what anybody else does. You just live your truth. You make a difference in the world because you're living your truth. Okay? Doesn't matter what other people do. You live your truth, it makes the world a better place, and trust that. Okay? And hi, Rafia, how are you? Kamla says, it is when you have experienced darkness that you seek the light. That is so true. I think, Kamla, you're saying that in response to my comment a moment ago that I've been through a lot in my life. I've suffered a lot. I've struggled a lot. I've been alone a lot. I've been in a lot of darkness. And from that darkness, we grow. We find our truth. We find who we truly are. And now you know what that truth is and why it's so critically important for you to live your truth every single day. So let me do a quick recap, and then I will bid you all farewell. So if you're just seeing this now, and I just saw a couple of people, Anthony Mosley, how are you, my friend? So Anthony, you're just joining us. A couple of other people are just joining us. I have just talked about the one thing that's not truth, and then 5 points that are truth. One thing that's not truth is every external message you will ever get. It's not your truth. It's just information. You take that information, you might get inspired by it, you might have more knowledge, you might get turned off by it. You might decide, you know what? I don't agree with that. But it's all external information. It's not your truth. Your truth is these 5 things. And I want you to think of these 5 things as a cycle. They're all connected to each other. It's like a cycle of 5 things that are connected. They cross the circle. They're connected. There's spokes that are connecting them. So number 1, your truth is your unique purpose. Number true is your truth is your personal evolution, and you evolve into your power. Number 3 is your truth is your personal success. Number 4 is your truth is your life force. And number 5 is your truth is your unique flow of life. So I hope you all learned something today. I hope talking about the importance of what your truth is and what your truth is helps you to more firmly step into your truth with courage, with strength, and with trust that you have this truth for a reason, okay? And your truth comes from love. It doesn't come from fear. It comes from joy, not from pain. It comes from happiness, okay? Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much for your amazing comments and questions today. Julia says, great lesson today, Amy. Thank you. Julia is teaching tomorrow in Amy Carrier's classroom, and her lesson is on how to find your purpose. So that's a great segue. If you watch this lesson today, join Julia tomorrow at 3 p.m. New York time for her lesson on how to find your purpose. And on that note, you all have given me my purpose. You all have showed up on my path because this is my purpose. And I am so happy to be living it. And I'm so grateful to have you all here and have you all valuing what it is that I have to say. I hope you will share this forward with other people in your lives, share the video, and come back to Amy Carrier's classroom. Everything we teach there is free. So if you're not a member of my virtual classroom, go ahead and join now. Just answer those 3 questions. And if you're curious what other lessons I've taught, go to my YouTube channel, Amy Carrier Empowers. It's also linked on my personal profile. If you happen to be trying to add me as a friend or following me, you will see the link to my YouTube channel. And I highly recommend that you go there because I've taught a lot of things. Okay. Thank you all for being here. I love you. Have an amazing, empowered, truthful day and a truthful life. And I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.